Continued outbreaks of violence and persecution of Christians in different parts of the world is a major cause for alarm. Many of us have been praying for these situations, for peace and hope, for comfort for the families of the victims, and for the local churches in many countries. In recent weeks, we have seen these tragedies unfurl in Africa. In Burkina Faso and in Niger, there have been a series of attacks on villages and churches that have taken the lives of several priests and many faithful. Father Noël Sottima is a Redemptorist priest who works in the region and joins us now. Welcome to Common Home TV, Father Noël.
Thanks very much.
Can you tell us a little bit about the recent violence in the region?
Yes. About the recent violence in the region, I can say that it is something new for us. For many years, there was no violence here. But it started, I can say, especially against Christians. There was no violence against Christians. It started in September 17, 2018, when they kidnapped an Italian priest from the Society of African Mission called Pierre Luigi Macali. And this year, on 17th of March, they kidnapped another priest, Father Joel Yugbari. And before that, they never kidnapped priests. And on 29 April 2019, they killed 6 evangelical Christians. That was the first time they were killing Christians. And after that, there was a priest, a Salesian priest, who was coming from Togo, and at the border, there was an attack on the custom post. So he was killed during this attack. After that, on 12th of May, there was 6 Christians from the Diocese of Kaya, including a priest, who were killed during Mass at Dablo. And on the 13th of May, there was 4 Catholics who were coming back from a Marian procession, and they killed them. On the same day, on the 13th of May, there was a priest from the village of Dolbel, that is in Niger, and they shot him and wounded, but he was not killed. We thank God for that. And last Sunday, on 26th of May, there was 4 Christians from the Diocese of Waibuya, including a retired catechist, who were killed while they were gathered for Mass. So something places we can no longer go to celebrate Mass. So many people they are in fear, but we are trying to live in having faith in God.
I guess I would ask, when you say they, are these spontaneous acts of violence committed, or are these militant groups that are committing the violence? Like, when you speak of they, who do you speak of when you speak of they? Is it spontaneous anti-Christian acts, or is it people like Al-Shabaab or Al-Qaeda?
So the people who are doing that, we call them jihadists. Some they have a link with Al-Qaeda, with Akhmis. We call them jihadists. But there are many groups, different groups. Usually they come from Mali, and they do what they have to do and they go back. Sometimes there are people living in the area who are involved in that.
Oh, and so the causes of violence are both the same in Burkina Faso and Niger. It seems to be something that crosses both of the borders for the same reasons. What has the Catholic and Christian response been to this violence? Has there been retaliations?
Okay. No, we can say that that is the same causes of the violence in Burkina Faso, in Niger, and also in Mali, because they are the same people using the forest across those countries. But the response of the Catholics, and we don't retaliate. The response of the Catholics is that we are praying for them so that God may change their hearts. So our bishops, they have to pray and to increase our faith. We don't want to retaliate.
Can you tell us a bit about the Redemptorist mission in Burkina Faso and in Niger and the surroundings? What are the Redemptorists doing in those two countries and in most of the places where the violence is right now?
So the Redemptorists, our vice province is the vice province of West Africa. We are in 4 countries. We are in Burkina Faso, we are in Niger, we are in Ivory Coast, and we are in Benin. But right now, the 2 countries involved in those violence are Burkina and Niger. In Burkina and Niger, what we do especially is work in parishes. We have parishes, especially in rural areas. So in this time, what we do about those kinds of violence, we try to help the faith of Christians, to encourage them and to have faith in God, to trust in God, and to pray. So we have a lot of prayer we do during our masses. We pray for those people so that their heart may change, and so that we try to build unity. So what we do is also to dialogue with the Muslims so that this violence doesn't cause trouble between Muslims and Christians. So we dialogue, we pray, and we encourage our Christians to sustain them.
Well, as you must know, Father, there's a long history of Redemptorist peacemaking in Ireland, for example, with Father Alec Reid, the Philippines Prophetic Witness. How are the Redemptorists in your vice province working to create peace? You were mentioning dialogue. Have you seen any fruits of this labor? Have you seen any positive signs from your dialogue or your encounter with those who may want to persecute?
See, and I talk about dialogue. This dialogue, we do it in accordance with the bishops where we are working. So usually when there are those kind of attacks, and there are some Muslim imams who call and those violences. And so there are some Muslims who speak, say that they don't agree with those. So I can say that this dialogue helps a lot, because those who are doing that, they are a kind of integrist. They are Muslim, but they are not open. But the Muslims who are open, they are ready for dialogue.
If anyone would like to help the situation where you're working, how would you suggest the wider world could help support you in this very difficult time of need?
I think if someone want to help, the first help is the prayer. Pray for us so that God will increase our faith. And another kind of help is to be able to sustain those dialogue, those projects about dialogue between Muslim and Christian, so that we be united, even though there are these kind of attacks.
Okay. Well, Father Noël, we really appreciate your time.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.